Let us all be honest. Educating ourselves on saving money is not a challenging thing. With the advancement of technology and the accessibility of information getting better, you almost have no excuse not to know. However, the real difficulty lies in the discipline you have for yourself. Saying that you want to change and break old bad habits is not a walk in the park. However, that does not mean it is impossible to do so. In this video, we are going to teach you how to navigate your life around so you can save more effectively. Pennywise, the channel focuses on exploring wealth and increasing savings through life-changing practices about personal finance, money earning and management tips, avoiding hoaxes, and so much more. Our goal is to equip you with a penny-wise mindset through your journey to fund and help you experience the life you desire. So please join us on this exciting adventure by clicking the subscribe button below. You may be wondering why it still does not seem compelling despite following countless tips and hacks on the internet. Despite your knowledge and willingness to save, you still struggle to commit to your goal. In that case, maybe it is not a case of lack of knowledge and commitment, but because of the external factors you do not notice affecting you. And let us introduce you to 6 ways you can ponder to train your mind. The first trick is to make yourself feel like you are always running out of money. It sounds ridiculous, but listen. You tend to gravitate towards spending money if you know that you have cash in store. Sure, it may be budgeted into categories, but the temptation is always right in the corner, waiting to be grabbed. To avoid this from happening, you may do the following. Avoid looking at your money at the bigger picture. Doing so tells your brain that you have money and the means to spend. Instead of budgeting monthly, split your income weekly. Doing so restricts you from spending. Plus, it gives you the idea that you have little money, so you have to save to last a week. You would not want to finish all your money in just 2 weeks, right? Another trick is to not put your money in one place, especially if you go out often. Do not bring all the wallets that you have or not put all your money in one wallet. The thing is, for example, you pass by a store or a food stall, you take a look at your wallet and see that you have money to spend. We are all guilty of the, oh, it will not be that bad if I buy this little thing. These little things we overlook, when compiled, take a prominent spot on our daily expenses. Imagine the number of times you justify your little spending in a week. You would be surprised by the frequency as well. Even if you had an extensive list of your budget, we tend to fool ourselves into thinking that you had the extra money to spend, which then leads to failure in committing to goals. The second trick is to take advantage of the fresh start effect. As the name suggests, humans have an extra drive to accomplish new goals after a significant event. This is very common during New Year's or birthdays. This is why resolutions happen these days often. Procrastination is one of humanity's problems in commitment. We tend to put off things to a later date, especially if we do not feel that extra rush of the pressure of doing something. If you cannot seem to start saving on a random day, you may schedule it after a day of a significant event. You may also make up an excuse to make a day meaningful. It rewires our brain to be motivated to do a change. These are the few moments when lying to our brain does more good than harm. Third, discipline yourself, but do not restrict yourself too much. Disciplining yourself to save comes with restrictions, but too much of it leads to withdrawal. Regulating yourself too much, especially early in the process, might make you feel overwhelmed by the sudden change. Experiencing a change overload should be the last thing to happen when starting a routine. For example, you are often used to eating out every meal of the day. You decided you wanted to cut down costs. Upon listing your weekly or monthly expenses, you found that delivery fees take up a significant amount on the list. Naturally, you would want to lessen this and make room for other stuff like savings. However, do not rashly stop ordering. Instead, prioritize moderating from the practice. You may start with having food delivered 3 times a week. Once you get the hang of it, lessen it even more until you do not see food delivery as a necessity, but a luxury. Fourth, immediately set aside a percentage of your paycheck. The idea is to include that percentage from your budgeting, so that before dividing your money into your financial responsibilities, you have already set aside the savings percentage. It then makes you think smartly about how to fit the remaining budget. The most common portion is 10% of the monthly paycheck, but you may adjust it more to what you can commit. Once you have decided on the amount, avoid changing it often so your brain can quickly form this into a habit. Fifth, bring only money you plan to spend in a day. This ensures that there is no room for additional purchases. As you go along the day, you immediately notice the decreasing amount of cash. It makes you want to strive more to fit your budget for the day. Additionally, do not put the emergency money in the same pocket as your daily expense money. Try forgetting about it and not compute it on top of your budget. 6. Put barriers to keep you from unnecessary purchases. This step is closely related to online banking. The progressing technological world has made paying through online applications a breeze. Nowadays, you can pay for your purchases with a few clicks on your phone. The pandemic had people shifting to online banking to avoid human contact. This also opened a new window of opportunity for impulsive purchases. What you can do is keep your phone clean. If you can, do not install online banking apps on your phone. If this is not possible, categorize your phone applications. Then, place the banking folder on a page of your phone screen that you do not always encounter. Another thing you could do is the same as above. Cash in only the amount of money you are willing to spend on your e-payment channels. That's it! Sometimes external factors are a hindrance in accomplishing a goal. You need to know how to navigate your mental functioning and acknowledge other factors to do tasks successfully. Using the powers of psychology could just be the answer to your problem. And when you still feel lost, Pennywise is just one search away from being a helping hand. If you want to learn more about finances, consider subscribing by clicking the big red button below and ringing the notification bell to get notified when we upload new videos. Feel free to like and comment your thoughts so we'll know your feedback. Thanks for tuning in and see you again in our next video.